Okay, so here we are with the guys from Liquid Nature. We have Philip Schwarz on the right and Stefan Graf on the left, and they are scaping this epic 3 meter long by 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters. That gives us about 500 litres or about 125 US gallons. So the guys are doing a very interesting technique. It's quite an advanced technique, I would say, of using super glue with makeup removal wipes, like these cotton swabs, and then filling the gaps with soil. So why are you doing that?
Purpose of the whole thing is that everything sticks together, that nothing can move anymore.
Okay.
And the cool thing is that we can remove the soil beneath and plug all the gaps with filter wool. And then in future the soil will not come to the front into the sand path area, because we will use cosmetic sand in the front.
Nice.
So this makes the maintenance easier for you. And the other purpose is that this tank will be transported with for quite a big distance, and we must make sure that everything keeps together, so nothing can kind of drop or fall apart. So therefore we use a little bit more glue than usually, to make sure everything sticks together.
It's a great idea, and it's a big tank, so I guess there's a lot of gluing to be done. Yeah. So the aim of so we're in day one of scaping today, and your aim is to get the hardscape done today, and then tomorrow you're going to be planting.
Exactly. Yeah.
And can you tell the people that are watching what kind of plants, what's special about the plants that are going in here?
This tank is restricted limited edition only, so we can only use the limited edition plants and the new plants from Tropica. So we pre-selected the whole hardscape material. We have like 1 meter 70 centimeters hardscape dojo in our shop, and we did 2 parts and fitted them together in Photoshop, so we had an idea how it looks later.
I'll overlay the sketch that you sent in if that's okay, because it looks really great. Good luck, guys. I'm really excited to see what you come up with. Okay, so I'm here with Tobias Gawrisch, aqua owner. We're here today with the advanced category aquarium that Tobias is responsible for, and we've got just advanced plants. So let's talk about these in more detail.
Just advanced plants, we don't have that much of a variety, but for the Iwagumi layout we're going for carpeting plants, obviously, and for the Glossostigma elatinoides, that's the first carpeting plant we're using. It's the one with the larger leaves that's going to the foreground. And the Hemianthus callitrichoides Cuba, it's the second carpeting plant we're using that's going into the background to make the impression of a much deeper tank, because we got large leaves in the front, small leaves in the back. Then we got the Hydrocotyle verticillata. You said it's like of mushroomy, and I think that describes it very well. And we can trim it so it's just like single mushrooms coming up here and there. I think this would be a very nice eye catcher in this tank. And you came up with the idea for Rotala wallichii for the background. So I'm trying to only plant this behind this main rock, so that there's kind of a yellowish, reddish tint to the background behind this rock, and everything else will be foreground carpeting plants, since it's an Iwagumi layout, and we're going for carpets.
Perfect. That sounds really cool. I'm excited to see this planted. So you finished with the hardscape layout. This is Frodo Stone from Adam Pascala.
Yeah, and this is probably the final layout. I'm not quite sure yet, but for today it's the final layout. I hope tomorrow I think the same way and don't have to change it up. But those are the ancient stones from Adam. Thanks, Adam, for that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, let's move over to the medium tank. Looks like you've been working quite nicely already on this.
Yeah, I mean, since I finished my hardscape, this is a tank we are both doing, and we both said that we don't have to do the hardscape ourselves, so everyone else could do it. And I just saw these branches and thought about putting them in the tank. And
do you know what? I really like that, and I don't think we should even use stones, because I think we should go really, really heavily planted. I think we should showcase as many species as possible. Yes. Because the medium category, we've got a large palette to choose from.
Yeah, and I thought about having stem plants in the far right corner, far left corner, and probably in the middle, maybe like mixing colors so they interchange. And all the branches are perfect for like epiphytes, like Bucephalandra or something.
Maybe some mosses as well.
Yes.
So and showcase kind of every category of plant. So foreground carpeting plant, mid-ground rosette plants, stem plants, epiphyte plant, moss. You know, just go crazy.
Make a very colourful tank.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Tropica are a plant production company, and
Sure.
we want to showcase the plants as well as we can. I'm excited to work on this with you tomorrow.
Yes,
Should be good
tomorrow.
fun. Yeah, excellent. Thanks, Tobias. Okay, this is exciting. We're on our way to the 1-2 Grow laboratory, where Tropica produce their huge range of tissue cultured plants. We've got Tobias and Stephanie there. I'm scaping the medium category tank now with Tobias. So we're going to actually pick the plants directly from the lab. So very exciting. Okay, so we've got all of the pots that we need from the lab, and now it's time to actually get some pots from the greenhouse. So we did manage to get most of them from the lab. Just a few species that we need. So here we have Lilaeopsis mariatiana. Was this discovered by Holger?
Yes.
And then we have Pogostemon helferi, very popular plant, beautiful textures, and then Rotala green, which is going to go in the background. Okay, so here we have Tobias's advanced tank here. Classic iwagumi with the Frodo stone, mixture of advanced plants, Glossostigma, Hydrocotyle verticillata, Eleocharis, Kinnarum, which is this one here, which I've actually never grown before. And also we have Hemianthus Cuba in the background. So the idea behind having the Hemianthus Cuba in the back and then the Glosso at the front is to force perspective. So we use a larger texture at the front, a finer texture at the back, and this gives an optical illusion that the tank is actually deeper than it really is. Let's move over to what Tobias is working on now. In fact, Tobias and myself are working on this medium category tank. I've been pretty much planting the foreground up to now, and Tobias is working on the mid-ground. And we have a mixture of plants. As you can see, we have some of it's underwater, so you can't quite see a lot of the Monte Carlo. There's Micranthemum Monte Carlo there, Eleocharis mini, a Lilaeopsis mariatiana, which is very interesting because this was actually discovered by Holger Windelov. And then behind that we have some Pogostemon helferi. And then just over to the left there, you might be able to see some Rotala bonsai and Ranunculus inundatus, which has a really interesting palm tree leaf-like shape. Let's go from the top, get a bit of an idea of the planting plan. And we've just got 2 pieces of Redmore root in here. One of the pieces we couldn't glue down, so we've used a big rock there to weigh it down after it's filled. Next we're going to attach some epiphyte plants, so we've got some Hygrophila pinnatifida, Hygrophila araguaia, then we've got some background stems which will be the Rotala green and Rotala hra. So really excited to see this one planted, filled, and then obviously developing over the next 3 months or so. Liquid Nature's scape, the 3 metre or 10 feet long, is looking amazing. The hardscape's really great, guys. Really, really good job. I'm glad you put the sand in. So this is a limited edition tank, and we've got some of the cup holders here that you can see. Eleocharis acicularis, which is usually grown in the mini form as a 1-2 grow, but this is the taller version. So parva, Bucephalandra.
SP red, wavy green, and Kedagang.
Oh, so 3 species of Bucephalandra. So the Kedagang is a limited edition one.
Yes, they're all new plants or limited edition.
Ah, interesting. Okay, cool. And then Monte Carlo.
Yes.
Perfect. Awesome.
And a lot of more plants.
You got more underneath?
Yes.
Can you have a look? So this is what, a Blixia japonica?
Yeah, Blixia japonica.
And some lilies. Oh, Barclaya longifolia?
Yeah.
So Rotala Vietnam, Rotala
SP green.
SB green,
I have not seen it. It's first time I see it.
Blixia japonica here,
Really big, healthy plants inside.
Eleocharis acicularis all the way along,
When I think about this,
Blixa,
and then
very
Blixia,
difficult
and again Rotala.
okay, and then
plant.
and going all the way along. And then obviously the Bucephalandra as an epiphyte.
Yeah, all over, like on the roots, on
Nice.
the transition areas of the stones.
That's going to be great.
In the front, in
Yeah.
the sand, we will plant the parva, so you cannot rip all of it out.
You're planting some parva in the sand?
Yes, in the
Ah, nice, okay. Do you think it will grow okay in sand?
What?
It will grow okay in the sand, do you think?
It won't grow a lot at all because it's very slow.
I've seen this
So I
plant
don't
so
think
many
it will
times.
grow in.
But that's okay because we want it to stay short and compact, don't we? Yeah.
We will put a lot of plants in, and it will look immediately nice.
Yeah, and it's great.
It will stay like that.
So Tobias is busy preparing some more Rotala green. Rotala green. This is a beautiful stem plant, fast growing. We're going to trim this in a V-shaped fashion. Make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be doing updates of these tanks every 2 weeks. So the guys are planting the Cryptocoryne parva in the sand, in between the sand and the hardscape. Really nice natural effect. Is the idea going to use some like graded gravels as well, maybe?
For a transition area?
Yeah. Not. We don't have to do it now, but maybe for the actual show.
Definitely. If you want, you can of course do some similar. How do you say?
We can smash up some of the lava, can't we, and use that maybe? Yeah.
Use it.
That's great.